Your person sees you as someone mentally and emotionally strong, an individual who stands firm in your truth and cannot be easily swayed or manipulated. They know now that they can't come in and play mind games with you like they may have attempted in the past. You've grown in ways they didn't expect, and your personal power commands their attention. You are the type of person who makes others level up just by being around them. In fact, your strength has this person pulling up their socks, trying to become someone worthy of your presence. Your self-assured nature and refusal to accept less than you deserve has made you incredibly irresistible to them. There's a magnetism about you that they can't seem to escape, something about your energy that is both powerful and deeply tempting. Right now, you're living an abundant and fulfilling life. You've reached a stage where you are no longer controlled by emotional turbulence or the actions of others. Through experience, you've mastered the art of balancing your emotions. You've learned that reacting impulsively to people and situations often leads to unnecessary pain and confusion. Instead, you've chosen the path of mindfulness and emotional intelligence, becoming more responsive and grounded. This shift within you has changed everything. You no longer chase clarity or seek validation, you already hold that within yourself. You're not letting anything or anyone on this journey disturb your peace. Even the challenges that arise don't shake your foundation because you've developed resilience. Your boundaries are firm, and you enforce them without guilt. When you say you're done with a cycle, a situation, or a person who no longer serves your growth, you mean it. There's no second-guessing or emotional backtracking. You've come too far to allow old patterns to creep back in. Your straightforwardness isn't harsh, it's honest. It's the clarity that comes from healing. Meanwhile, your person is sitting with a heavy heart, realizing the weight of their choices, or lack thereof. There is regret in their energy, a deep sorrow for not valuing the connection when it was right in front of them. Instead of embracing the opportunity for something real, they kept testing your patience, pushing boundaries, and doubting not only you but their own instincts. They let fear, pride, and immaturity guide their actions. And in doing so, they lost something rare and meaningful. They now understand what they had with you, but that realization has come after the damage was done. You were genuine, open-hearted, and honest with them, qualities they see more clearly now that you've pulled back. They're haunted by the knowledge that they let someone like you walk away. They see you thriving without them, and that contrast brings up intense feelings of guilt and remorse. Your person is now desperate to regain your attention. They're eager to reconnect, not from a place of ego, but because they finally recognize your worth. To them, you're the embodiment of stability, authenticity, and strength. They admire you for everything you are, yet they can't help but remember how harshly they judged you in the past. At one point, they even labeled you as crazy, a term they now realize was a reflection of their own inner chaos and lack of understanding. That moment, among others, is a deep source of shame for them. They carry that with them, silently wishing they could undo the words and actions that pushed you away. Their thoughts are heavy with what-ifs and if-onlys. They're constantly revisiting memories of you, conversations, laughter, moments of closeness that they now see as golden. Nostalgia has taken hold of them, making them yearn for the simplicity and beauty of what you shared. They now understand how rare and special that connection was. If they could go back in time, they would do things differently. They would listen more, trust more, and love more openly. However, what they must now come to terms with is that you are no longer in the same place you once were. You have evolved. You have healed. And most importantly, you have chosen yourself. The love you once poured into them, you now pour into your own life. You've redirected that energy toward your goals, your passions, and your peace. Whether they ever get another chance with you is uncertain, but one thing is clear: they will never forget you. You were a catalyst for their awakening. You were the mirror that reflected both their potential and their shortcomings. Your strength, grace, and emotional maturity have left a permanent mark. You didn't just walk away, you rose. And in doing so, you showed them the kind of love and self-respect they didn't even know they needed to learn. Now, they can only hope to meet you again, this time as someone changed, someone better. But whether that happens or not, your story stands as a testament to the power of growth, self-love, and emotional freedom. I know deep in my heart that I am the reason for your unhappiness. I can see now how my words, my actions, and sometimes even my silence caused you pain, and I carry an overwhelming sense of regret for the things I did that hurt you, and even more for the things I couldn't do, the ways I failed to be the person you needed and deserved. I'm truly sorry that I couldn't change fast enough, that I couldn't grow into the man you could count on when you needed me the most. Every day since we went our separate ways, I've been reflecting on what happened and working on myself, trying to understand who I was and who I need to become. It has been an eye-opening journey, and it made me realize that I had a blind spot when it came to you. I thought I could do no wrong, that no matter how I behaved, you would always stand by me, loving me unconditionally. I was so wrong, and I see now that I was selfish and foolish. I took your presence, your loyalty, and your love for granted, and I didn't see you the way you truly are, the amazing, strong, and beautiful person who gave me everything and expected so little in return. I was too caught up in my own needs, my own insecurities, to see the pain I was causing you. I've spent countless hours in quiet contemplation, replaying our moments together, both the good ones and the bad ones. It's hard to accept that my behavior and my words made you doubt yourself, made you question your worth, and made you feel like you weren't enough when, in reality, you were always more than enough. I know that apologies can feel empty after a while, especially when they come from someone who has broken promises before, but please believe that this apology comes from the deepest part of my heart. I'm not just sorry for the things I did, I'm sorry for the ways I failed to grow in time to be there for you when you needed me. I'm sorry for not seeing your worth, for not cherishing your heart the way I should have, for not being the man who lifted you up and made you feel secure and loved. I know now that I have to take responsibility for my actions, and that means facing the reality that I let you down. I want you to know that I'm not the same person I was back then. I've been working hard to become someone better, someone I can be proud of, and someone you could one day be proud of too. I want to be a man who earns your trust every single day, not by asking for forgiveness with empty words but by showing you through my actions that I've learned, that I've grown, and that I'm committed to being a better partner. I've been asking myself how I can do right by you, how I can atone for my failures and show you that I'm willing to put in the work. I know I haven't made it easy for you to believe in me, and that trust once broken is not easy to rebuild. But I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart, I am sincerely sorry for everything I did that made you feel unloved or unworthy. You deserve so much more than I gave you. I realize now that everything I was doing, even if I thought it was harmless at the time, was not good for you. My actions made you doubt yourself, made you question your place in my life, and I hate that I put you in that position. That's why I've been spending time in quiet contemplation, thinking about who I need to become, not just for you, but for myself too. I know that if I can't be proud of the man I am, then how can I expect you to be? I want to be someone you can trust again, someone you can lean on without hesitation or fear of being hurt. I want to be the man who lifts you up instead of bringing you down, the man who loves you selflessly, wholeheartedly, and unconditionally. Even now, after all this time, I can't imagine myself with anyone else but you. You are my love, you have always been the one who has what I need to feel complete. My heart belongs to you, and it always has, even when I didn't know how to show it. I don't want to hold these feelings inside any longer, because you deserve to know that despite my mistakes and shortcomings, my love for you is real and unwavering. I want you to know how I feel, because I want you to be mine, not out of habit or convenience, but because I am willing to fight for you and for the love we shared. I am willing to do whatever it takes to prove to you that I can be the partner you deserve. Please know that my apology is not just words, it's a promise to keep growing, to keep striving, and to never take your love for granted again. I hope one day you can see the changes in me and maybe find it in your heart to give me another chance. This silence is killing me. Every day feels like a new kind of torture, wondering when, or if, I should reach out to you. I keep staring at my phone, trying to figure out the right time to send a message, but every time I think about hitting send, my mind fills with doubt. I don't know if you'd answer me right away or if you'd take your time. I don't even know if you'd respond at all. The thought of you not replying instantly sends my heart into a panic, and I start imagining the worst, that maybe you don't care, that maybe you've moved on, that maybe my words wouldn't matter to you anymore. I hate feeling so vulnerable, like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff waiting for a signal to jump. I know I can't approach you unprepared. Every time I imagine talking to you, I want to be the best version of myself, strong, confident, mature, someone you'd be proud to know, maybe even love. But the truth is, I feel so much passion for you that it's overwhelming. I can't help but want to be around you, to see your smile, to hear your voice, to just be in your presence. There's something about you that pulls me in like gravity, and it feels like no matter how far I run or how hard I try to distract myself, I always end up circling back to thoughts of you. I've thought a lot about the way I acted in the past, and I know I was behaving in such an immature way. Looking back on it now, I cringe at some of the things I said and did. I feel so stupid for letting my emotions get the best of me and for not thinking things through. I know I hurt you sometimes, even if it wasn't intentional, and that knowledge weighs heavily on me. I wish I could go back and take back every careless word and every impulsive action, but I know that's impossible. All I can do now is promise myself, and you, if you'd let me, that I will be better from now on. I'll be honest, there are moments when I wonder if your attention is elsewhere. I hate that my mind goes there, but it does, especially in the quiet hours of the night when I'm lying in bed replaying every conversation we've ever had. My soul knows it's not true. Deep down, I know you're not the type to just wander off without explanation, but the darker part of my mind can't help but imagine scenarios where you've found someone else, someone who makes you happier, someone who doesn't frustrate you the way I do. That thought breaks my heart. It makes me feel small, like I'm not enough, like I could never measure up to what you need or want. Despite that, I find myself not wanting anyone else either sensually or emotionally. There's just something about you that makes everyone else pale in comparison. Even when I try to distract myself with other people or activities, nothing feels right. No one's touch feels like yours. No one's laughter sounds like yours. No one's presence fills me up the way yours does. I wish I could just shut off my feelings sometimes, but they're always there, lurking in the background, ready to jump out and remind me that you're the one I want and need. I can't leave peacefully without you because your thoughts are constantly on my mind. Every song, every sunset, every little moment reminds me of you. I see you in the things I love and in the things I hate. It's like you're woven into the fabric of my life, and even if I tried to tear you out, there'd still be threads of you left behind. I don't know how to make peace with that. I don't know how to let go of the hope that one day you'll come back to me, or that we'll find a way to bridge the distance that's grown between us. All I know is that I miss you, even when I pretend not to. I miss the way you made me feel like the world was a little less scary, like I wasn't alone in the dark. I miss the way you laughed at my stupid jokes, the way you looked at me like I was the only person in the room who mattered. I miss the way you challenged me, the way you saw through my walls, the way you made me want to be better. I know I messed up, and I know I have a lot of work to do on myself before I can be the kind of person you deserve. But I want to try. I want to fight for you, even if it means risking my pride, even if it means waiting in silence for you to answer me. I don't know when or if you'll reach back out, but I do know that my heart is open, and I'm ready, whenever you are. If you need time, I'll wait. If you need space, I'll give it. If you need reassurance, I'll offer it. Because even in this silence, I know one thing for sure: you're worth every moment of uncertainty, every second of doubt, every breath I take. And I'll keep holding on to that hope until you tell me otherwise.